that. हमारे पास में वो पिक्चर नहीं है, नाम कैसे दिखता है? गीता है? Okay, so we write the name beautifully and it stays there forever. So it can be in memory of someone. Actually, I don't know how many of you follow. आजकल श्राद्ध का टाइम चल रहा है, right? So it's in memory of anyone that you want to give. It's a very nice gesture. So I must also tell you that while whatever I do for Akshaya Patra, I do in US, in India, whatever I do, and since मुझे याद आया, so I recently decided. तो मैं किसी एक फंक्शन में गया एक हॉस्पिटल का, so somebody gave a ambulance for display कर रहे हैं. Somebody gave an ambulance and I was invited there, and I thought, wow, this is a very nice gesture. तो मैंने उनको बोल दिया, मैंने कहा अच्छा वो it's a cardiac ambulance. I said कि अच्छा आपको दूसरी चाहिए तो एक मेरी तरफ से भी, कितने की होते? They said about 35 lakhs. I said एक मेरी तरफ से भी आप कर दीजिए. Then उसके बाद उनके तरफ से कोई follow up नहीं आया. In the meantime, I have a friend who also has a hospital. तो मैंने उनको फोन किया, मैंने कहा राम कि I want to give a ambulance to your hospital. He says अच्छा हमारे तो रखने की जगह नहीं है. I said that's your problem, आप manage करो. Then next day he called me, he sent me some pictures and everything. I said okay, fine. He said nice, thank you. So design भेज दिया है कि कैसे कैसे है. उस पे नाम we have to decide. We have not, my wife and I, we have not discussed कि नाम लिखवाना है नहीं लिखवाना है क्या करना है. We haven't decided कि अच्छा my dad, her dad कैसे करना है वो we have not decided. ये हो गया. एक हमने एम्बुलेंस दे दी. जिस दिन डिसाइड किया उसके दिन अगले दिन दूसरे वाले का आ गया कि अच्छा वो था. मैं कहूँगी एक और दी. And this is the period when people love to do this. So it may be a good idea to, if you want to remember. So look at these insulated containers that we have, and you see that branding here. We have State Bank of India Foundation. So we put that, and it's a permanent kind of. ऐसा नहीं है कि धोने से निकलती है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. It stays there. I've seen this. It's a beautiful thing. So if anyone would like to donate insulated containers in which food can be transported, food stays hot. Remember, ठंडा खाना में अच्छा नहीं लगता, बच्चों को भी नहीं अच्छा लगता. Okay? So if anyone would like to give these containers, and you don't have to say now. We have our team, our volunteers, and Geeta, everyone here. You can do that. Post this also, but I just want to get your attention. Yes.
Each of this costs
No. It's the lot. It's the lot. So each the approximate cost for the smaller one is about $45. Yeah. But each one can take food for either rice or dal or vegetable for about 50 to 60 kids. So these are big ones. They are not small ones. These are big. So when we earlier we used to have containers which was only stainless steel. They were not insulated, but we want to keep food hot, because by the time it reaches, it should be at 65 degrees Celsius. That's the need. That's when food is warm. That's what we love to eat. That's the temperature that we love to eat food at. So this keeps the food hot. So one kitchen lot is 6,300. I can tell you that that's the smallest. Understand? And we will cover all this. We will. Sorry. Yeah.
The reason that we need the containers is because so far we were giving 2 items in the menu for children, and so we want to add that, and we are adding a 3rd item to the menu. So what used to be $15 per child is now $20 per child. So the 3rd item, we want to add more vessels so that we can add send the additional 3rd item. But also, Chef is on our advisory board, and people like him who have the knowledge or experience behind it we decided that we are going to have a second set of containers for all our kitchens, which means that the container will go and stay in the kitchen and in the school, and they don't have to transfer the food into the school's containers. So the hygiene is maintained and the food is at the right temperature, so it doesn't get cold. So that is why we have a big need for containers, anywhere between 6,300. Whatever you want to give, we will apply it towards the containers. And also the thalis, that is why we have a 3-compartment thali, so that they can eat 3 different items and the dal doesn't run into the rice and all that. You know how we don't like our food to be mixed. So children are, you know, as special as we are, and so that is why we are putting this need to everybody. It's a very high priority need for us.
Actually, I'll go 40 of this.
40 of these. Fantastic. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Well done. We'll do 40 of these containers. Okay. Anyone would like to contribute any more containers? I can tell you that it's something which would be needed and would be appreciated a lot. Okay. कोई और है हमारे जो ये कंटेनर्स? एक्चुअली किचन पूरी की पूरी किचन भी दे सकते हैं, वो जैसे मुंद्रा और आपने सुना भुज की किचन. Then that when we did our gala in LA, actually, so that full kitchen was given during that night. I remember that night I was there. So anyone who would like to give the containers, any containers, if you would like to give, आपका तो question हो गया बहुत. Anyone would like to give those containers? Anyway, we'll have our people, our volunteers here, and they can follow it up with you. Just by coming here tonight, please remember that you share about Akshaya Patra. That's also one big need that we have. Okay, so now, oh my God, I know the prices. I know that the whole list of containers and all is, so in Bellary, let me tell you, just in one kitchen in Bellary, our need for medium container is 460. The total need for small, medium and large collectively is about 1,500 in one kitchen. So it's a big need, but never mind. There's always a start, and I'm very hopeful, as I said, that I'm a hopeful person.
6,000 to 88,000.
Yeah, 6,000 to 88,000. That's the range of need. But anyway, in 15 years, 17 years, Akshaya Patra has only grown to the support of people like you, and I'm sure that we'll keep on growing more. Okay.
Can you describe the wall that you right now?
Okay, now this is very interesting. Here, what you see, the gratitude. This is the wall in the kitchen. So when we make the kitchen, so each kitchen feeds anywhere from 25,000 small kitchen, feeds about 25,000 kids, and now we are doing more kitchens which are 50,000 kids. And of course, they're exceptional now, 100,000, but that's the model focus more on 50,000. That's a call that was recently taken, that 50,000. And those kitchens typically take about investment of $1.5 million each kitchen. This is
600,000.
yeah, it's about 600,000 to 1.5. I'm looking at the biggest kitchen, and that's without the cost of land. So these plaques are something put depending on what you contribute. You want to be a full kitchen, you get full branding that stays forever, that this is the kitchen that's given by you, like what Vanda is given in Nagpur, right? And but naturally, if you want to not give full kitchen, you want to give in parts, this is something that will be there forever. This stays forever. For kids, they remember, you can take. And one thing I would say that anytime you go into India, I would encourage you to make sure that you write to us and we'll tell you that where the nearest Akshaya Patra kitchen is, and I would encourage, please go and visit that kitchen. It will be a life-changing experience. Now let me tell you, I talked about 12 people catering for our Prime Minister and ruler of that, and I have done a lot of catering in my life for, right from Queen of England to, from Indira Gandhi to Rajiv Gandhi to many Prime Ministers of India, many. In one hall like this we had 145 head of states, 145 heads of states, and I've done that. So I've done all of that. And the joy and satisfaction, you can imagine what it would be. But let me tell you, the real joy is when I went to one of the kitchens, cooked with the cooks, took that food to the school, and when I fed that to kids, I can tell you, that joy is the best joy. No Prime Minister, no Queen, no one can guarantee that joy. So, reason for me to stand here in front of you and do this city after city, year after year, not only in US and anywhere, is because I get that joy. It's not what I give, it is what I get. So, please get that joy, and I guarantee that you will not be disappointed. Do make a point to visit these kitchens. These are spectacular kitchens, and if you are lucky, if you go to the school, or you'll experience. Take your kids. Take when they are young. Take them. You take them for picnics. You take them for different things. But make sure you do this once in your lifetime. लोग कहते हैं कि कैलाश मानसरोवर जाएंगे, यहाँ जाएंगे, इधर जाएंगे, इधर. I'm saying, अपनी जिंदगी में एक बार एक अक्षय पात्रा के किचन और एक स्कूल में चले जाओ, उससे बड़ा तीर्थ यात्रा नहीं करी होगी आपने. Okay, what I'm going to do is, हमारे पास में कुछ और एप्रन पड़े हुए हैं, and we will because we want to make sure that we, so हमारे पास में जितने भी apron हैं, anyone who wants to get these aprons can come here in an orderly way, and we'll give these aprons. Okay? सन्नाटा क्यों छा गया? फिर मेरा कोई भरोसा नहीं, मैं क्या कर देता हूँ. नहीं, I'll be fair. It's a question of demand and supply, right? Exactly. It has to be like that, right? Okay. Now, what I'll do is I'll like to just give this to you, just like that. Oh, why not? See? Okay, so now let me bring your attention to your table. On your table, you have these envelopes. These are Akshaya Patra envelopes that you see, and if you see, it says, I would like to donate. This is $20 per child. So one is that you can donate once, but better is that you donate regularly. So you pick a number, you say that, okay, I want to donate this every month. You want to adopt one child, 220, 200, whatever number it is. But make that beginning. Make that beginning, write your name, write the number, and this is the best sheet of paper or examination that you would have answered. By filling this, most prayers would be answered, is a promise. Please fill this with all your heart. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Please give a big round of applause to Chef. Thank you. Thank you. One last point. He's a very famous chef. He travels around the world, he feeds prime ministers, and he does not... And he does not have to go around asking for money. This is what he does with his heart. And it gives him a lot of joy. And the biggest thing that we have to learn is that these children are our children. They look just like our children here. These are the pictures that are on that poster up there in our brochures. They are not actors, they are real children. You can see the joy that they get from eating the food that they are eating every day. That is hard. And so I'm appealing to everybody to please give as much as you can. We love recurring donations. We love employee matching. And so please talk to your employers when you write your check. You can take that to the company portal and the company will match it. So already your company is going to double all your efforts. And please volunteer as much as you can. Phoenix is a growing chapter. Dr. Patel was saying this is a lot of people that we have seen thanks to our chef here. And we would continue to have events like this, all kinds of events. You know, we would love to be part of this. But please volunteer in India and over here. Go visit the kitchen, eat the food at 7 in the morning. I guarantee you it will be the best meal of your day. And guaranteed you will not fall sick. You could fall sick with a 5-star hotel food, but you will not fall sick with Akshaya Patra food. So please donate as much as you can, any form that you can. And thank you very much. This is an honor. Thank you for the opportunity. And I would love to talk with everybody also, and I'm sure Chef would too.
So I just wanted to say a few words at the end. It's a hard act to follow. I have been involved with about, 5 or 6 events in Phoenix. I have never seen the energy that you have raised this event with.
The energy of people.
One of the best I've ever seen with all the events that we have done here. Absolutely fantastic. The one thing I wanted to mention is that in 2008 or 2009, when I became acquainted with Akshaya Patra, I went to visit a kitchen in Ahmedabad, and that completely transformed my image of an NGO. If you go to India, as we all do, please take some time to visit a kitchen. You will never see Akshaya Patra in the same. You can see all these videos here. The difference that you will see is the commitment of the people who work and manage the kitchen. It is next to none. The sophistication of the equipment, the cleanliness of the way they run the kitchen, it's something that you might not even see here. That's how clean and how well the kitchens are run. The science that is put in behind the kitchens, small things. When they clean the rice, it's taken to the top floor, and then it's brought down at the bottom by gravity. They employ so many things like that that we might not even think about. But they have thought about every little thing as to how to make these kitchens the most efficient. Even the driver who goes out of the gate, and you know, in India, drivers can take the truck and go somewhere where they want to go. They will mark the mileage of the truck vehicle that is going out. They know how far the kitchen is, and they check that. So those minor details are very impressive. They don't have to get authorization from the local, I don't know the terminology, but in Baroda, when I went to see the kitchen, there were inspectors from the government who came to inspect the kitchen. They didn't have to do it. They invited them to check the kitchens out. So the level, what I'm trying to say is the level of the sophistication, the science behind it. I mean, these are all IIT people who have designed these kitchens. When you see the chapati putting out 30,000 chapatis an hour, it is something special. And the chapatis are not this stretchy chapatis. They are all fluffed. They all have oil on it. I have eaten sukhdi. You know sukhdi?
Yeah.
Gujaratis? Yeah. Gujus? Yeah. No. Sukhdi. One of the best I've eaten. I've tasted some of the food there. It's not just handing food out. It is delicious and it's done with a lot of love. And I think that's what you will see when you go to see the kitchen. Please make it a point to go see a kitchen. It's probably very close to where you go. There are kitchens all over the country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. I think you've done splendid by putting all this up for us. One last word. So it's not just you may see my face, but there are many people. So about 10 days ago, so we have an advisory board. We meet for this, and I can tell you, top minds work because we all understand. See, if we are supporting something, so yesterday, so about 12 days ago, we had our advisory board meeting. Bain & Company is one of the biggest consulting companies in India. Chairman of that is on the board, and I said, okay, I'm in the Bay Area next in US and that. He said, I'll also be there. I'll come for that. And last night we met. So let me tell you, we said $20 for 1 year. That's less than 20 cents a meal. Do you know what? What we were working on is how we can make the quality better. How can we make it much better quality, and how can we reduce the price? That's the efficiency that we bring in. And there's a whole team that works, and big minds. Mr. Narayan Murthy, Mr. Mohandas Pai, these are all minds who are day in and day out, whatever time they can give. So people like me are really small fries in the whole system. The founders of it, people like yourself. It's a big movement. And in less than 2 decades, it's become world's largest feeding program for kids. And you are responsible for making it as the #1 in the world. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Just a quick note, we are taking credit cards, and there are volunteers who are walking around to answer your questions or swipe cards. But my next speaker here, Anupama, would like to say a few words of thanks.
Thank you. All this talk of feeding, I'm sure you're all hungry. So I won't take too much of your time, but I do have a very special role here, probably the most important, to thank everybody who has made this night possible. All the souls in this room have actually fed millions of kids in India right this moment. So really, we all should be really proud of ourselves. So I want to start by thanking Sanjeev Kapoor for being such an enthusiastic Akshaya Patra spokesperson. I think it's a very special moment for all of us to be associated with this organization and with Sanjeev Kapoor. So thank you, sir, for coming by to Phoenix for the first time, and hope you like us, so you will come back again and enthusiast us to contribute more to Akshaya Patra. And the next person, of course, Vandana. I've known her recently, but I've seen already, I have been with Akshaya Patra since 2009, but recently I got to know Vandana, and she's taken up this CEO job, and I can see the energy in Akshaya Patra. So thank you so much for inspiring us. The next person, of course, Dr. Jagdish Patel. Thank you for making all of this possible for us Phoenix people, because of your start, we are all able to contribute something to this really good cause. Of course, Vasu Atluri, who's not here, he's also a big patron of Akshaya Patra, and even though he's not here, he has contributed in a big way in this event tonight. So thank you for that. Of course, our main contact, Geeta Kulkarni. For us, she's our contact with Akshaya Patra from this, and she has been working so hard with all of us. We are all busy in our lives, but she pushes us to do more and more. Thank you, Geeta, for being an inspiration, being a mentor for all of us. Of course, the most important people tonight, our grand sponsor, IACRF, and that is of course Vasu Atluri, for giving us this beautiful hall and making all of this happen. Thank you so much. Then we have the event sponsor. I would like them to stand up so we can all give them a round of applause. Manoj and Bhavna Patel from Patel Realty Solutions, Gunjan Patel from Grocery Monk, and Anjani Singh from India Cuisine. I would like each of you to just speak a few words about what made you to come to this event, to sponsor this event, so others can draw inspiration from that.
Absolutely. To me, honestly, it's the vision and the mission that Akshaya Patra has going forward, and I have read about it on the websites and trying to see what social cause noble cause I can contribute to. But as Dr. Jagdish Patel said, I happened to visit the kitchen in Hyderabad, and that was an eye-opener for me. See that it's just amazing how this is getting to the end cause of it. So, and the impact of having a midday meal. Psychologically, I've read some papers online, and it does have a profound impact on the kids' emotional and physical and intellectual development as well. So I think I'm very honored to be part of this, and I pledge my continued support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manoj. Manoj was the first one who basically sponsored the event, so it was a motivation for us to start. Thank you, Manoj.
Thank
so
you.
we have Anjani Sharma. Anjani Singh.
Thank you again. Thank you again for this opportunity. Yeah, thank you again giving this opportunity. It was such a special, occasion. When I read about the Akshaya Patra, so immediately I got connected, and I did a lot of research. And what I found out, the way, you guys are committed for the kids. So I decided, going forward from my business, I'm going to commit forever. And
Thank you so much.
so tonight, definitely, I'm going to continue, start putting from every check what customer pays and put the part towards the Akshaya Patra.
Oh, thank you so much.
So Anjani actually spent his 3 days just Googling what Sanjay Kapoor likes, and he said, I want to exactly make what he likes. So I said, he versus others. So he took a decision, others. But he was very passionate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anjani. We have Gunjan.
Good evening, guys. So I was introduced with Akshaya Patra in 2013. And just this week I heard about this event, and I wanted to get involved. In fact, we're launching this site, and we wanted to do basically donate a fraction. So we're donating about 1% of our revenue to Akshaya Patra when we launch for a year. And together in 2018 and 2019, we are targeting donating about 500,000 meals to Akshaya Patra by donating just 1% of our revenue. And the reason we're doing that is because we want other businesses to realize that if you're donating a fraction of your profit or your sales to Akshaya Patra, you're actually doing a great marketing. If your customers knows about it, then they feel really connected with your brand, with your business, and they also feel part of the great cause. So thank you, Akshaya Patra, for doing wonderful things that you guys are doing.
Thank you so much. You're an inspiration to us. And the next is the gold sponsors. Shalini Garg, Dr. Sankalp Chaudhary, and Payal Harlalka.
So we have here Shalini to say a few words about Akshaya Patra.
Hello. We have known about Akshaya Patra for some time now, but this was the first year that we decided to involve with it, and in part because we knew some of the members who were organizing it, and they thought they could use our help. Shalini, all the decoration you see on the tables, that's all Shalini that has contributed to that, and she's very passionate about it. So it's her work mostly. I'm just standing here next to her, but she's the one who's contributing a lot to this organization, and we are happy to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Shalini.
the first time I came. I knew about Akshaya Patra, but it was very less. But this is the first time I came for an Akshaya Patra event, and I really thank Ajay Gawali to invite me for the event so that I know about Akshaya Patra. Now I promise I'll definitely donate some of my revenue to Akshaya Patra so that I can help some of the kids. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Over to you, Anupama.
Thank you. I know you've heard all the different stories about Akshaya Patra. I have my own. Very short. First of all, I did take my son to the Bangalore kitchen, and we actually requested that we go to the school after. We spent the morning in the kitchen seeing everybody cook and load the vans, and then we followed the vans to an orphanage, and we actually got to serve the food to the kids. And my son is born and brought up here. Never seen what it is not to have food. Never seen what to have. The one thing that struck me was, it was a Friday that I went, and in I don't know whether it's the same in other parts of the country, but in Bangalore, Friday is a special menu day. So they get a sweet, and they get, what is famous in Karnataka is the Bisi Bela Bath. So they get a special meal on Fridays, every Friday, so the kids really look forward to that. So they don't just take care of hunger. There's lots of levels of needs and desires of the kids that they fulfill. The other thing that struck me also was that if there's a kid who's interested in a particular career, they actually take the trouble to get him in touch with people. Like I saw a kid who was interested in cinema. So they actually got him an internship with a director. So they even go up to that level. So really a great job, Akshaya Patra. This is the last people I want to thank, and probably the most important people are the volunteers. Can all the volunteers please stand? And can all of us please give them a big hand? Okay, and the last but not the least, all the youth ambassadors of Akshaya Patra. They've all really worked hard, and I request everybody, if you have kids, please ask them to join the youth chapter. We do a lot of events around the year, and it'll be a great experience for all of them. Thank you all for coming tonight, and I'm really honored to be given this opportunity to thank all of you. The donations are still open. Please do donate generously till you leave this room. Thank you so much. This is the best part of the night. Dinner is served. So if everybody can just go one by one and get your dinner.